Give the floor to Timor-Leste.
Thank you, Madam President. Timor-Leste extends welcome to the high-level delegation of Croatia and congratulate for the presentation. Timor-Leste wishes to make the following recommendation. First, that Croatia step up its effort to increase the participation of women in the public and private sector. Second, that Croatia step up its effort to combat the stereotype and prejudice against LGBTI persons. Madam President, Timor-Leste wishes to acknowledge its progress in human rights promotion. In particular, we note with appreciation the adoption of new act on housing care in the area, as well as the adoption of a law on protection against domestic violence and of the national strategy for protection against family violence. Madam President, to conclude, Timor-Leste wishes Croatia all success in review. I thank you, Madam President.
Well, thank you very much, Your Excellency, and I pass on the floor.
And I give the floor to Timor-Leste. The floor is yours.
Presidente, Timor-Leste calorosamente acolhe os membros da delegação de Portugal e os felicita pela sua participação nesta sessão. Timor-Leste felicita Portugal, um país congual, partilha um forte laço de amizade pelas medidas adotadas no país para reforçar a promoção e proteção dos direitos humanos. Em particular, destacamos a terceira e quarto Plano Nacional contra o Tráfico de Seres Humanos, o Plano Estratégico para a Migração e a Estratégia Nacional para a Igualdade e Não Discriminação. Ainda que reconhecendo como grande satisfação os avanços feitos por Portugal, Timor-Leste deseja fazer as seguintes recomendações. Que Portugal continue a garantir que o Gabinete do Provedor da Justiça disponha dos recursos financeiros, materiais e humanos necessários para cumprir o seu mandato. Portugal continua a reforçar os seus esforços para combater o tráfico de mulheres e crianças. Timor-Leste deseja a delegação de Portugal de todo sucesso na sua revisão. Obrigado, senhora vice-presidente.
I thank you. The next speaker is
Timor-Leste.
Mr. Vice President, Timor-Leste extends its warm welcome to the delegation of Spain and commend them for the presentation of their report. Timor-Leste appreciates the effort made by Spain to promote and protect women's rights, and we welcome the increase in the representation of women in Parliament. Welcoming the adoption of the National Plan on Business and Human Rights by Spain, Timor-Leste wishes to make the following recommendation. That Spain ensure the full implementation of the UN Guidance Principle on Business and Human Rights in the context of the exploitation of Western Sahara natural resources. That Spain refrain from engaging in any economic activity in or relating to the territory of Western Sahara that do not the free, prior and informed consent of the people of the territory. Timor-Leste further take this opportunity to wish Spain all the success for this UPR session. I thank you, Mr. Vice President.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Ambassador, and I now give the floor to Timor-Leste on behalf of a group of countries.
Madam President, I have the honor to deliver the statement on behalf of the cross-regional group of states. The obstruction of the referendum in Western Sahara is the real cause of ongoing systematic and serious violation of human rights and continuous breaches of international humanitarian law in Western Sahara. Since the 2010 mass protest of Glen's Egypt, hundreds of international observers, parliamentarians, jurists, human rights defenders, and journalists have been expelled or deported by the occupying power from the non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara, about which the world is ignorant and silent. Special procedure map holders have dealt with several complaints lodged by Sahrawi human rights defenders and have found that they were target for the association with the movement for self-determination in Western Sahara. Madam President, in the context of the illegal military occupation of Western Sahara, we express our deep concern about the mischievous campaign concerning alleged human rights violation in the refugee camp administered by the Polisario Front. While the occupying power is preventing the UNHRC from pursuing the technical mission initiated in 2015 in the occupying territory, the Polisario Front called on High Commissioner to resume the mission in the liberated area of the non-self-governing territory and in the refugee camp, which will allow the office to confirm the reality of the human rights situation there. Madam President, We strongly encourage the UNHRC to enhance cooperation with the Polisario Front, including through a visit to the liberated area of Western Sahara and the refugee camp through implementation of a specific program as requested by the General Assembly in Resolution 74/95 and through implementation of the commitment made by the Office of the First World Humanitarian Summit held in Istanbul in 2016. We call upon the High Commissioner to present the finding from such engagement in her oral updated at the 44th session. I thank you.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you, Madam President. Timor-Leste welcomed the delegation of Libya and thanks them for their participation in this session of the UPR. Timor-Leste wishes to make two recommendations. One, that Libya take effective steps to end the sale of humans into slavery and forced labor. Two, that Libya protect migrant and asylum seeker from refoulement. Despite the challenge, Timor-Leste now acknowledge the measure adopted by the government to address the migrant rights. In particular, Timor-Leste welcomes the establishment of a registration system for migrants. Madam President, Timor-Leste wishes Libya all success in each review. I thank you, Madam President.
thank you, Ambassador. Je donne la parole au